beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. The 30. 10. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score in a bit more.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers going to the air to start things out. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Rodgers now on first down. Completes it again to Doubs. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. 10 more there and another first down. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I'd keep pressing it downfield.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On play action, Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Our game here, the first of 3 on this Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. And remember, you got 2 more after this. We're followed here by the Broncos and Rams from And then tonight, a good one out in the desert. The Bucs and Cards. from Glendale. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. The Dolphins had 8 and 6 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The point after through the line drive, something good. It's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He'll find his man, Simi Fehoko. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Dillon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. To throw is Rodgers. Caught right side, it's Lewis. And it's a Packers touchdown. Mercedes Lewis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make our score 14-7. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. There's some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. But that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And some room to run now. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. On play action, now Rodgers. Going left side, it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A give for Dillon running right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. Dillon again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. Officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jones. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've...
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
Rodgers now on first down. This one complete to Tonyan underneath. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
They're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. Got his man, it's Fehoko. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one.
And he lost the football, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Second down, here's Mostert again. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
On first down, Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Rodgers again now. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Rodgers now to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Big play coming here. He's 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. Aaron Jones. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Rodgers will throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Able to find Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
8 yards after pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. Here we go. The 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 120 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once again, it's Mostert. And they'll have it in the red zone before passes over out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
That's good for the Miami Dolphins.
Here's Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Here's Mostert, toss left side. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Here's Rodgers to throw. Completed out left to Dobbs. And the Packers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Certainly didn't like what he saw in the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Packers get a bit closer. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to push any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
The kick by Sanders is good. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll hit Mostert again here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. That one looks like he'll throw here. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point made good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you say, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Watson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 193 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 52. On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. But Charles, a lot of